The question is there anyhow. In any book, as you, mashallah, studying and seeing the history of Islam, you should know the answer yourself. But the answer is not required here. We are not here debating a fiqh issue, a sharia issue. Is it sunnah, or it is compulsory, or it is not compulsory? That matter should be decided somewhere else, not here. We are not the people. No, excuse me.
You guys misunderstood her question. She never asked.
I just asked whether you think women should wear it, Sheikh Omran. That's all I'm asking you. Should women wear it?
You didn't say that. You said
no, I
it
did
is
say that. I did say that.
You said essential of Islam.
I was just trying to get a clear answer from you about whether you think that women should wear the burqa.
Yeah, well, that's up to them. I told you that. I answered that question.
Okay, can I go? I'm going to go back to Doha. Tariq Ramadan, I want to ask you about this. Look at your face. I want to ask you about this question of choice and how you define choice in this context, because I think this is a fascinating debate around the issue of what is choice and what is not choice. As an Islamic scholar, how do you answer these questions, and how do you feel about the idea of a ban in that context?
Yes. Very quickly, just to be clear on that from the classical tradition, and this is the mainstream Islamic tradition with different interpretations, it is known that the Prophet's wives were wearing the niqab, and there are disagreements among scholars about is it an obligation for all the women or only for the Prophet's wife. So we have many interpretations and many positions. The great majority of the scholars today are saying it's not an Islamic prescription, and a minority of scholars are saying it is. The question here should be from within, to have an internal debates among Muslims about this position, and especially in the West. Now, if we speak about free choice, it should be clear. When we speak about the headscarf or when we speak about the niqab, no one can impose onto a woman to wear it. And this is an Islamic position. This should be a free choice. And no one should be imposing onto a woman to take it off. This is the way in the West we should act and behave. This is the way forward. So for me, I am not promoting it, and I want a debate with the women that you have even on your show to say, I don't think an Islamic prescription, but if this is your choice, we have to respect it. Now, let me say very quickly two things. The first thing is there is lots of hypocrisy on this, because when the princes coming from, petro-monarchies are going to come with their husband in the countries, who is going to ban them from entering? It's not going to happen, because they have the money to keep us quiet. This is the reality of how it works. The law are depending on the way we are dealing with the people. And this is why we are targeting some of the women in the minority. And let me say something which is critical in the discussion that you have tonight in Australia. At the end of the day, as it was said, the new generations, second and third, are more practicing, and the more educated are coming back to a practicing way of life, because they know more about Islam. And you cannot just say it's an identity crisis. Sometimes it is an identity crisis, sometimes it is a protest, and sometimes it's just a spiritual journey. Now, in our societies, the visibility of Islam is the critical point and question. Why? Because in my country, Switzerland, some are willing to ban the minarets, and then to ban the mosque, and then to ban the presence of the Muslims. The only good Muslims are the invisible Muslims. It's not going to be Australia anymore.
Okay, we have to wrap
direction.
up.
We need to work on a pluralistic dimension and to respect the symbols, as long as all the citizens and the residents are abiding by the law of the country.
Okay, just a quick comment from you, Jacques Millard. I just want to ask you specifically one question, which is, are you worried about a backlash in France against this decision to ban the burqa?
No, not at all. I think, it's very simple. Because what Tariq Ramadan said by we are excluding Muslims from a society, he had the same argument for the question when we forbid the veil at school. And people say it will be awful, these poor girls will not come to school. Nothing of that happened, Everything went smoothly, and all French citizens, Muslim or not, abide the law. So I think it's very simple. I am not a priest, I am not an imam, I am not a rabbin, and I am voting law which are implemented implemented for all French citizens. Full stop. So this question of is it something that it is a religion prescribed or not, this is not my business. My business is that everyone lives on an equal footing, that we go face-free in the street, that we can recognize each other, and that
we have to
ghettos.
As this
female just said, she won't
This
be.
is what you
she
are
won't
doing.
shake
You are
hands with
restricting
men.
freedom.
Okay, I'm sorry, gentlemen, we're out of time.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry,
Tariq, absolutely no.
No, yes, we are. We are out of time, Jacques. I'm very sorry. I want to thank you very much for joining us from Paris tonight. We're going to keep this going online. And Tariq Ramadan, thank you very much for joining us from Doha as well. It's been excellent to have you both here. It's been a really interesting discussion. And thank you all too. Very lively night. And if you want to keep talking, you can talk to Amina Ghafour about what it's like to wear the burqa as well. We didn't even get to that. If you're in the eastern states, just hop onto our website and click on our live chat. Senator Cory Bernardi will be there as well, and Tanvir Ahmed is also happy to take your questions now online. So Insight is repeated on Friday at 1:30, again on Monday at 2:30 on SBS 1, and at 7:30 Thursday night on SBS 2. Next week, Afghanistan, the debate we need to have about a complex war that's claiming Australian lives. That's next week. Till then, good night.